Judy, go ahead and take a break.
Jessie, has Monica come out of surgery yet?
She must have, Alan. Her patient's in recovery.
Oh, then I'll bet you she's out of surgery. Listen, I'm going down to the cafeteria to have some lunch. If you see her, will you tell her that I'm there, please?
Yes, I will, but
Thank
I think
you.
you can probably tell her yourself.
Oh, hi. How was surgery?
No complications.
Oh, good. Listen, I'm just going down to the cafeteria to have some lunch. Will you join me?
I really don't think I have time, Alan.
Then let me talk to you for a minute, please.
About what?
I was thinking about what Father and I said earlier on about your cousin.
What a coincidence. I was thinking about the same thing.
Monica, please. Please let me talk to you. Just give me a minute.
Alan.
Come on.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, hi.
Blackie, well, this is a surprise.
It is.
Well, I mean, a pleasant surprise. But from what Tommy tells me, you spend most of your time rehearsing your band.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah.
Must be very exciting.
Yeah, it's all very exciting. Is Rick around? I came down to see him.
I think he's on 4. Let me check.
Thank you.
Jess, I'm going to be in Dan's office. Good to see you again, Blackie.
Nice seeing you.
I can't wait to hear your band.
Thanks.
And I'll tell you something. If your conscience is bothering you, then I'm very glad because it should be.
Father and I meant well, Monica.
Oh, really? Well, then what you meant and what you said don't exactly coincide.
Look, I can explain.
No, wait a minute. Why don't I explain, Alan? Yes, that's a much better idea because then you'll know exactly where I stand on this subject. Now, look, you may have meant well, but all you have done so far is try to destroy every single hope I have, and I don't intend to let you do that.
What hopes are those? Your hopes for what?
Oh, I knew you wouldn't understand. Look, you and Edward and, yes, Lila, all of the Quartermaines hold a very high premium on family. Don't shush me. I think that's great. I am in great approval of that. In fact, I envy it.
Hi, you're family, too.
I am in family. Family, I am in family. Marriage only. I didn't know what it was like to belong to someone until I had Alan Jr. Then I realized what it was like to have flesh and blood. You have relatives. You have someone that you know where you came from, some stock. That solves a great need in your life, Alan. Also, I'm sure, a great joy.
Monica, please.
Wait a minute, let me finish. I'm hoping that I am going to have that need fulfilled for me, too. And I'm not going to do anything to destroy it, including letting this woman come to my house and welcome her. And frankly, Alan, I don't want to hear any more about it. Bye. Here, Stephie.
Dr. Perez, report to radiology. Dr. Perez, report to radiology.
Blackie, I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Jesse just buzzed me in. There's no hurry. No, hey, I'm looking forward to it. Meeting Stephie, helping with the contract if I can. Jesse, we're going to be at Jake Meyer's office if you need me for anything.
All right.
Okay, I have no idea how long it's going to be. Let's go, Krupa.
I just wish you understood how much Lou and I mean to each other.
I only understand what I'm told and what I observe.
Well, then surely you must have seen that Lou has a sense of home living with Rose, a sense of belonging.
That certainly isn't the impression I got from the girl. In my preliminary report, in fact, I described her present environment as unorthodox.
But why?
Oh, Mrs. Kelly, certainly you understand that when we place a minor in a home, we look for both a male and female
Who
influence.
has that in Rose and me?
It is still an unconventional situation. The couple that want to take Lou in are married.
Rose and I are engaged to be married.
Congratulations. But an engagement is not binding, as I'm sure you know.
One way or another, you're saying it's hopeless then. Isn't that the truth? I'm sorry, I just can't. Go on then.
Rose.
Lou?
Mr. Meyer, this is most irregular. The minor at issue should not be present at this meeting.
The minor at issue has a name. Her name is Lou. And just for the record, neither Miss Kelly nor I asked Lou to make an appearance here, did we, Lou?
No, it was my idea.
How did you know we were here?
Well, when I got back to the diner after class, you guys weren't around, so I put 2 and 2 together. If it's all right, I'd like to stay.
I'm sure it's okay. It's not, Mrs. Kelly.
I don't understand.
Is there a law?
Mr. Meyer, there are rules in your line of work, and our profession has our rules. Lou is a minor and is not required to be present at this meeting.
But I'm here because I want to be.
Not required, I repeat, and for a very good reason. It wouldn't be appropriate, Lou.
But why not? It's my life we're deciding here, isn't it? I mean, even criminals get to talk to the judge, don't they?
She's right. Everybody gets a hearing.
She's had hers already.
But I have...
We talked, remember?
I have more to say.
Please, what have you got to lose? We have to draw the line somewhere, Mrs. Kelly, or our cases would never be closed.
More efficient and cheaper this way than having to bring it up in court all over again. I guarantee you that we'll do that.
It is against our procedures.
Is the way I feel against your procedures, too?
Oh, young lady, you've already told me how you feel.
I lied.
I beg your pardon?
I said I lied. Never mind why I did. But do you want to know the truth now?
I do.
These two people mean more to me than anyone else in the world. I can't possibly tell you how much I love them. And, well, I want to stay right where I am with Rose Kelly.
Does that alter your opinion any?
Well, Lou's preference has always been a prime consideration. Are you sure of what you're saying, Lou?
Of course I am. Why do you think I came down here?
And no one told you to come or coached you in any way?
I love Jake and Rose. I want to be with them. It's the way I feel, and it's the way I'm always going to feel. I don't need any coaching on that.
Any comments?
Yes, I do have a comment, Mr. Meyer. In fact, I have more than a comment. I can make a decision right here and now.
Which is?
In light of what Lou has just told me, Mrs. Kelly, there's only one decision to be made. Lou will remain with you. Case closed.
Oh. Oh.
Not $100? What for?
I'm trying to explain to you, Margaret. Matthew Irving is coming all the way from New York just to see you dance. Naturally, he has to be compensated for his expenses.
Just such an awful lot of money.
Not if you consider why he's coming. I've already told him you are without a doubt my very best student. I can go even further. I'm nearly certain he'll choose you as one of the hopscotch girls.
You sure?
I know talent when I see it, Margaret.
$100? That means using the last penny that I have. It was money that I was saving for an emergency.
My dear girl, $100 is a mere gesture. But if you had to go to New York to audition, I assure you, your transportation, your hotel, your food, it would cost you a great deal more than $100.
I suppose that's true.
Believe me, it is. Look, having Matthew come here just to see you is a real bargain. Not to mention a rare, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you. But if I've misjudged you, if you're not really serious about your career on Broadway...
Oh, I am. Really, I am.
Well, should I tell Matthew to cancel his trip or not?
Oh, no, please don't let him cancel. Please don't. You're right, there's nothing more important.
And the $100?
I'll get it. If it takes my last cent, it means my career.
Have a seat. Yeah. Thanks for meeting me.
No, it's no problem.
Have another beer?
I'm foreman down there. I got an obligation to talk to you.
Well, I know you do. Listen, I just want to tell you that we're going to take care of those problems as soon as possible.
Let me ask you something. How much longer you think you're going to be able to keep your crew hanging around?
Hey, I'm with you. It's those City Hall troublemakers. I have had it up to here with them. I don't know who's worse, them or the nitpicking lawyers.
Yeah, well, we've had it up to here, too. I hear nothing but gripes down there every single day. They're living off their hopes. They're living off their savings. Let me tell you something. I think those guys are right. They're beginning to wonder, how much longer are you going to hang on before you reopen that plant?
Nobody wants to reopen that plant more than I do. It's just those jokers over at City Hall. They got me over a barrel. I mean, I replaced the seamer.
Yeah.
Now they want me to replace all the machinery. They want me to replace the roof. Who knows what else?
Can't you get it through them that our families are hurting like hell?
They won't listen to me. They won't listen. They don't care about you guys starving. All they do is go by the book, and in the book it's written somewhere that they want my blood.
Well, that's just great. Why don't you tell that to my wife and kids? Next payday, I come home with no check in my pocket.
Is we could begin operating a way that I won't go broke.
How?
Pressure. Pressure for men like you.
What do you mean?
It's simple. You take your case to the authorities.
And how do you do that?
You tell them just what you told me. You tell them about their rules and regulations, how they're starving you and starving your kids.
They're gonna listen to me, right?
They'll do more than listen to you. If you and men like you speak up, they will let us operate.
All right, what do we do?
You go to the health commissioner. His name is Dr. Rick Weber.
And?
And you tell him what you told me. You tell him you can't do without another paycheck. You tell him your wife and kids are starving. You tell him the whole story. I think they'll listen to you.
Okay, Dolores, send her in. Okay, boys, here we go. Now, don't forget, if you don't understand something, say nothing.
Sure. Stephie, hi, I'm Rick Weber, and this is Jake Meyer, and of course,
Hi.
you know,
Nice to meet you.
Blackie.
Nice to meet
Hi
you.
there.
Here, sit down.
I'm very flattered. 3 handsome gentlemen giving me all this attention. You know, when Blackie mentioned Dr. Weber, I expected a much older man. You must be so proud of Blackie, Doctor.
Well, I've been proud of Blackie for quite some time. Of course, you know why we're having this meeting today. That's because I would like to see his contract.
Blackie's contract?
Yes.
Gee, I'm real sorry. That's too bad. See, I've already sent it to Mr. Pirelli for his signature. I'm afraid I don't even have a copy. Blackie, do you have a set?
No.
Huh.
Well, it just so happens that I've read it over very carefully. I'm sure we're all aware that there's a 60-day release clause.
I'm sorry, Mr. Meyer. I really hope you understand, but legal mumbo-jumbo is totally beyond me. I know talent like our Blackie here, but when it comes to contracts, well, I'm at a complete loss. I leave that to Mr. Pirelli.
A 60-day release clause means that if Blackie's career is going nowhere in that amount of time, well, then he's free.
Is that all it is? Well, we certainly don't have to worry about that, do we?
Why is that?
Well, Dr. Weber, I thought you'd be the first to agree. Blackie's just loaded with talent. This young man is going right to the top. Surely you agree.
What my opinion of his talents are has nothing to do with it. I want you very aware of one very important thing.
Whatever you tell me.
That at the end of 60 days, I expect this young man to be back leading a normal life.
The 60-day out clause is bilateral.
What does that mean?
It means, correct me if I'm wrong, Jake, it means at the end of 60 days, if things have not worked out, this guy's going to be back full-time with his studies.
Is that all that's troubling you? Oh, we could settle that right now.
How?
Oh, well, like I said, I know talent. And I can say right here and now that if Blackie does not succeed as I expect within 60 days, well, I'll be the most surprised woman in the world. There's no doubt about it, Doctor. Blackie's a winner. I know.
Robert, you'll never believe it.
Well, let me try.
Hannibal just gave me the smoothest con routine I've heard in years. He wants me to pay $100 towards Matthew Irving's expenses in coming here to audition me.
That figures.
And there's more to it. Melissa was there when I arrived, and she was counting out her money, another $100, I'm sure.
You agreed to pay, of course.
Only after I'd made him realize that it would take every penny I had.
Good girl.
Will you mark bills?
I'll have them prepared right now. Sergeant, get... He is. Well, thank you very much. Well, thank you for getting back to me, Mr. Gilbert. Yes. I see. Oh, please go on. He's there now. I see. Yes, I understand. And he's quite certain of that. Good. No, I'll try not to bother you again unless it's necessary. And thank you. You've been very helpful.
Well?
Matthew Irving does indeed work for Rolland Gilbert. But he's not coming to Port Charles.
I knew it was a scam. I knew it.
Yeah. Well, there's more. Matthew Irving also has never heard of your Mr. Hannibal.
That's wonderful. We've got him. We've got him. Bring on the marked bills.
There's not going to be any necessity for that. Harley, as of right now, you're off the case.
I'm what? But I started this.
I know that. But this is now police business. And I'm moving in.
Oh, Jesse, checking in for the evening. Anything exciting?
Oh, you had a couple of messages here.
Yeah.
Oh, and there was a man who came by looking for you. He's in the cafeteria having coffee right now, but he'll check back.
Did he say what he wanted? What he wants?
Just that he works for the Delice Gourmet Food Factory.
Well, I will definitely see him then. Be in my office, thanks.
Okay.
Jesse, I'm through for the day. Listen, the board meeting, is it over yet? I want to see my father.
Broke up a few minutes ago.
Oh, thanks. Aha, just the man I wanted to see. How was the board meeting?
Too long, as usual.
I wanted to tell you, I spoke to Monica earlier on about, her cousin.
I thought we settled all that at the house.
I've got to tell you something. Monica is much too emotionally involved for us to be able to reason with her at this particular time.
Look, I don't care if she's emotionally involved or not, whatever that means. I am not going to allow a perfect stranger into our house, let alone our lives.
Look, I agree with you. I don't think that we ought to drop the matter either.
No, but we can pretend that we did.
You'd go behind her back?
Well, you bet I would. You know, this may turn out to be an assignment for Kane.
What are you saying, Kane? We're not at any stage where we need a lawyer.
Well, Kane isn't just another sleazy lawyer. He also happens to be a first-rate snoop.
Yeah, I'd forgotten.
What would you do without me?
I have no idea. You sure are quick on your feet, you know that?
Well, a good battle of wits always stimulates the blood.
Monica's going to be furious if she finds out.
Well, she won't, not for a while. Not until Kane gets me some good ammunition that I can use against this Allison woman. And then, brothers, she better get ready to duck.
Are we going to spend the entire evening not speaking?
Oh, I can speak. Loud and clear. I think your taking me off the Hannibal case is reprehensible.
You've said that.
And I'm saying it again. It was my case. I unearthed it, and I followed through on it. You had no right to shove me aside.
I did not shove you aside. I'm simply keeping you out of danger.
For your information, I am perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
Well, look, that may be. But I'm not going to have you made a target.
Robert, I won't be. I can watch out for myself. I was enjoying this. Don't you understand? I'm playing on my own turf here.
I wasn't aware your life was so dull.
It's not. Well, sometimes it is. For your information, being Mrs. Police Commissioner is not always terribly thrilling.
Is that because of the police commissioner?
Now you're deliberately goading me. I don't mind presiding over teas and luncheons, but I do need to have a little fun myself sometimes.
Hannibal is not in this for fun, and neither should you be.
But I can nail him. I know I can. Don't you understand? I need an accomplishment like that.
And I do not need you to be put in danger.
There is no danger, Robert. What do I have to tell you to make you understand? Lord, I'm asking you. No, I'm begging you, please. Change your mind. Don't take me off my case. I can't believe it.
On All My Children.
I love you, Erica. Will you marry me?
Yes!
Erica's dream is coming true, but Adam Chandler could change it all.
I certainly like the way you handle your business, Mr. Chandler.
I think you'll like the way I handle my pleasure, too.
And she's tempted by Adam's power.
She's a beautiful, fascinating woman.
We're going to be married. Make no mistake about it.
Well, you can't blame me for being interested.
The choice is Erica's on All My Children, weekdays.
You work for Delice Foods?
Yeah, I'm plant foreman down there, Jim McGill.
Jim, how are you? Please.
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
Well, it's like this, Commissioner. Yeah, I don't know what should I call you commissioner or doctor or what?
It doesn't matter what you call me. What's the problem?
Well, it's my job. And the job's of all the other guys down there at the plant.
I'm genuinely sorry. But when the plant is approved, then you'll be back in your jobs.
Yeah, well, when's that going to be? Next week, next month, next year? Maybe never, huh?
That happens to be up to Mr. Brock, and he knows exactly what has to be done to bring everything up for approval.
Yeah, well, in the meantime, my men and I are starving, Commissioner. I mean, I got 3 kids to support. I got a wife to support. I can't do that. I've got no paycheck coming in.
Again, I'm sorry, but it happens to be Mr. Brock's fault. I'm doing my job, that's all.
Well, you did it, man. The seamer you condemned's been replaced. Why don't you just let it go at that and let us get back to work?
Because there is other equipment that has to be replaced as well.
Well, that equipment was just fine for a long, long time.
A man died because apparently it wasn't.
Oh, come on, Commissioner. Get off it, would you? We're talking about guys here who can't feed their kids. What do you want to hurt us for?
I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt anyone. I'm trying to save lives. I'll give you something to think about. Let's say I give the okay and the plant can open without replacing that equipment, and some more contaminated food is produced and it goes out on the marketplace, and your wife buys some, and she prepares it for your children. They eat it, and they die. Did you ever think about it like that?
No, not just like that.
Then I suggest you do think about it just like that. And while you're at it, you can do me a favor.
What?
When you see Brock, I'm sure you will, you tell him what I said.
Look, there is no point in going on about this. My mind is made up.
What do you mean, your mind? What about my mind?
All right, I admit that you were the first one to smell a rat with this Hannibal person, and you did a great job in following it up.
And let me finish the job.
Out of the question. I will not expose you to any further danger.
What are you all of a sudden? My keeper? Since when do you tell me what I can do and what I can't do?
Since this now involves police business with a dangerous man.
He's not dangerous. He's clever, maybe, but he's not violent. No way.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to take that chance.
Well, I damn well am going to take that chance.
No, you're not. The whole thing is now going to be handed over to my staff.
Your staff? Well, what can they do? I'm the one who's got him on the hook.
The assignment will be given to a competent policewoman, and we will keep him on that hook.
That's great. That's just great. A competent policewoman instead of me.
It's the way I intend to do my job.
You are insufferable, and you are pompous.
I am protecting you.
I'm up to here with your protecting me. I will never forgive you for this, Robert. Never.
Holly. Holly, come back here. Holly? Come on, you're behaving like a child. Come on, open the door. Holly, open the door this instant.